Hey, what's going on, everybody? David here. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my channel and watch this video. Today I'm going to be showing a stack of comic books that I have picked up over the past several weeks. So haven't had a chance to do a video on this until now, so I thought I'd just get it all in one shot. So I'm going to go reverse alphabetical order because the last several books are pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is all mixture of Marvel, DC, and so there's some indie stuff in here as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's check it out here. So as you can see, the first one is What If Captain America #1. This is What If Captain America was revived in 2099. Now, imagine if a big company like Amazon was granted First Amendment rights, could run for president, and presidential term limits were deemed illegal and unconstitutional. So that is what happened here, and Captain America was thawed out. He's supposed to help bring the country together and motivate the citizens of America into fighting back against the evil corruption that is going on in the government. Sound familiar? So this was a really awesome book, and you can see this cool cover with Captain America with Spider-Man 2099, Ravage 2099, and one of the members of X-Men 2099. I can't remember his name. Been a while since I read X-Men 2099, but this is a fun issue, so highly recommend it. Next up, speaking of X-Men, Uncanny X-Men issue number 33. This is Gail Simone's awesome Uncanny X-Men run. You've got Rogue and Gambit off to find out what is happening with Gambit and his transformation while he has the Eye of Agamotto. That's a tongue twister for sure. And the new substitutes for Rogue and Gambit while they're away, Monet and Quicksilver, are training the Outliers, or as they're now, the New Mutants, into how to use their powers more. And the New Mutants are not taking too kindly to Monet and Quicksilver substituting for Rogue and Gambit. They want their family back, their, you could say, adoptive parents by this point. So this is a really fun issue. Transformers the movie, issue number 3, the final issue of this re-release of Transformers the movie comics. So really enjoy this. Transformers the movie. We're approaching the 40th anniversary, coming back into theaters in September, so I can't wait for that. And this is a cool Galvatron cover. Speaking of Transformers, here we have Wheeljack. This is the Image Comics and Skybound run of Transformers. This is issue number 35. If you're a Transformers fan, you need to read this series. It is amazing. There's 2 different factions of Autobots, one on Cybertron led by Elita Prime. Yes, Elita Prime. She's taken over leadership of the Autobots from Optimus Prime. Optimus is on Earth with his group of Autobots. So each issue kind of like goes back and forth, and they've only been doing that lately. Flip-flops between Cybertron and Earth, but it's a pretty cool series. And we have the Punisher. Not quite sure what is happening in this Punisher series. I've read the first couple of issues. Had to drop it off just to, make some room in my pull list. But the Punisher is one of my favorite characters, so I'm trying to catch up, and I cannot wait to see what has been going on. What a cover. This is Mark Spears Monsters number 11. I don't read Monsters every issue. I only get the ones that I love the covers for, and this is an amazing Jaws 2 movie poster homage. So Mark Spears, his painted comics, his artwork, phenomenal. So highly recommend looking at some of these covers and finding your favorites. Masters of the Universe Genesis number 1. This cover from Lee Bermejo, one of my favorite cover artists. This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is the story of Skeletor gathering his army, and in this issue, there's the battle between Merman, his army, and Beastman, and Skeletor makes them join him. So this is cool, and I love Lee Bermejo's artwork, so I had to pick this one up. Jeff the Landshark Superstar issue number 2. So this issue I had to pick up. I'm a fan of Jeff the Landshark. I love him. One of my favorite characters to play in Marvel Rivals. He has been kidnapped by Mojo, taken to Mojo World, and he encounters some amalgamations of some X-Men. Introducing the Jeff Coast Avengers. You've got Dazzle Storm, a combination of Storm and Dazzler. Rambit, a combination of Rogue and Gambit. You've got Wolverine Man, combination of Wolverine and Iron Man. Magic Hot, combination of Magic and Longshot. And you've got Kate Locke, a combination of Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and Psylocke. So I had to pick this up. Some pretty hilarious first appearances right here. We'll see if they really become anything, but since I love Jeff the Landshark, I couldn't pass this up. Next, we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. This is issue number 330, and this is a special issue because a new Joe recruit has entered the fray at the end of this issue. Now, I'm not going to spoil it if you don't want it spoiled, so go ahead. If you don't want it spoiled, go ahead and just close your eyes for the next 10 seconds or so, because underneath this book is the second print, and I cannot wait to show you who the new Joe recruit is. Video game fans, get ready. There you go. All right, so there we go. I kind of hit it there, so if you're closing your eyes, you can look now. All right, next up, we have Fantastic Four. This is issue number 15. I love this Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman cover. This is a fun issue. The Fantastic Four have been trapped kind of like in a time like loop or vortex, and they have to communicate with a woman from the past as she gets older to try to help them come up with a scientific way of helping them out. And then they travel through their own history, revisiting and reliving some of their famous battles. So this is a really great issue. I love the Fantastic Four, and I was excited to read this one. All right, we got Emperor Aquaman. Aquaman's one of my favorite characters. This is one of my favorite series, and they're actually going here a battle that I've been wanting to see for a while. You've got Poseidon versus Aquaman. That's right, God versus Aquaman. So I cannot wait to read this. This is one I have not read in this stack yet, so I'm excited. All right, next up, we've got an amazing Batman first appearance. Here we go. This is Batman issue number 12. This is the newest issue of Matt Fraction's Batman run. Years ago, before the pandemic, Bane had killed Alfred during Tom King's run of Batman, snapped his neck. Spoiler alert if you haven't read that from years ago. And Batman has pretty much been without Alfred. There's like a virtual version of Alfred that's been around for a little bit now. But this is Verity Pennyworth. This is Alfred's cousin. She has come to do Alfred's job, take care of Bruce and the Bat family. And so far, this has been a really good introduction. I enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see what Verity does in the future and how this character is going to interact with the Bat family going forward. And it's a fun book. All right, well, let me know what you think. What were some of your favorite covers from this lot? Let me know. What do you think of the new Joe recruit? Let me know. I'm curious and want to hear from my video game community people what they think of this. So this is one of my favorite covers, Monsters number 11. So yeah, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I will see you all next time.